Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Susie Say That. Today's topic is make it make sense. Let me repeat that. Make it make sense. And I'm just going to dive right into this water. I promise I won't stay long. I'm going to come up and breathe so that you can have a full understanding of what that is, to make sense of someone else's life. Yep. Many people, they will yell and they will say, and what make it make sense why this person done this. Make it make sense why they said this. Make it make sense. No one's decision or their life has to make sense to you or anyone else. It doesn't have to make sense to you. For example, a woman had an abortion. She did not tell her husband. She hid it from him. And then some of you all would say, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. She should have transparency in her marriage. Yeah, she should. But evidently, the reason that she did it was because she was cheating on her husband. It baby couldn't have been her husband because that's why she done it. Then you sit back and you try to sum up the reason this married woman had an abortion. But you don't even know her story. You don't even know if her husband was abusing her and she didn't want no children by him. You don't even know if her husband had gave her an STD, or you don't even know. You don't know anything about this woman. But when they came to you and said a married woman had an abortion and her husband didn't know it, you've already summed up her entire life. You've already said, you know the reasons why she did it. And then you pick through it. Like some of you are, like that busybody that the Bible talks about. You go from house to house and you try to sum up everyone's life. You want to sum up why this person did this, said this. Why? And it doesn't make sense to you, but you want it to make sense to you. Why? Ask yourself that. Why do I have an opinion on everyone's life? Why do I want their life to make sense to me? I can tell you why. Because it's all about you and what's in your heart. Remember when I told you all, I'll talk about the heart often? Because that's where it all goes on at. That's where all your nosiness, all your gossiping, all your make it make sense to you. Because you have yet to make sense of your own stuff. You have yet to make sense of why you say and do. That's why you want to sum up someone else's life. You sitting around talking about, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. I'm sure it couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been this. Why? Oh, make it make sense. Why did it happen? Make it make sense. Why does someone else's life, their decisions, have to make sense to you? Ask yourself that. As you go, if you're one of these people, and if you're not, carry on. But if you are, make it make sense. Why are you concerned with it? That's where the make it make sense should come in at. The make it make sense should come in where you question, why is someone's life consuming me? Why do I want to sum up the reasons this person, that person done that? Oh, I wouldn't have did this. I wouldn't have said that. That's some of you all. Make it make sense to you why you done what you done. Because the minute that you do, you'll be so busy with your own life, you won't be trying to make it make sense why somebody else did what they did. You won't. And going back to the lady that had the abortion, just what if she told one person that she never wanted children? That don't make sense to you because you got a house full of them. I've heard people say, I had all my kids, but you couldn't take care of them. I said that. You had all your kids, but you're sitting up there worried about the woman that had the abortion. You had all your kids, but you couldn't take care of them. Maybe she didn't want to take care of no kid. Maybe is it justified? No, but I'm letting you know, you're so busy trying to make everyone's life make sense and why they did, what they said, that you can't make your own make sense. That's why you're so busy. Make your life make sense. Because the moment that you make your life make sense, you won't be concerned and you won't try to sum up everyone else's decisions. You won't try to sum up why this person did this, why this person had them kids out of wedlock, because I did. That may not make sense to you, but I was a silly young girl that didn't know how to take care of herself. I was a teenage mom, but that didn't make sense to the people that didn't have kids. because some of them maybe aborted theirs, but they was doing the same thing I was doing. But me having kids out of wedlock and being a teenager don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But my thing is that why does it have to make sense to you? Why do you have to worry about, do you have to take care of those children? No. Were you there at the hospital when the young girl had them? No. Did you support financially, send her some Cash App sometime? No. And Cash App wasn't even in my era. But I'm trying to get the point to you. Why does it have to make sense why that young girl made that decision, that lady that had that abortion, the man that jumped in his car and left and never came back? Maybe he was dealing with life-altering medical issues. And he just jumped up and drove till he couldn't drive no more, jumped on the bus, and that's how he lived his life. But why? I don't know why that man just did that. I don't know. He had a good wife. He had beautiful children, but he just jumped up and left. I think he had another woman in town. I think this is what that is. I think, and then you sit around with others and you try to sum up this man's whole life. What if he had a mental breakdown and he just got lost in it and he's somewhere on the road homeless? And he has been for the last 15 years, just whatever. But you're sitting around trying to sum up somebody else's choices, somebody else's decisions. And you don't know. It doesn't have to make sense to you. Okay? Let your life make sense to you, and you won't be worried about others' lives not making sense to them. Okay? Till the next time.